So this is another interesting question that we have here, falling under the life cycle of a housefly. So the question is saying, figure 3.1 shows the life cycle of a housefly. For you to be on a safer side after this particular lesson, please try by all means to go through these notes so that you perfect an understanding. And if you're watching this particular video in portrait, as you can see, these words are very small. So please kindly turn it in landscape so that you are able to see. So you look at these things. These are to my eggs. Have you seen? These are to my eggs. We've got this one is what is known as second larva stage. This is also a larva stage like that. Have you seen? So this is the whole thing that gets to happen. So the first question that we are given here, identify the stages labeled what G and H. They want you to identify. So this should not be a problem. So how can we identify G? What is G? This is the simplest. Those are what? Those are eggs. So you just put there that these are what? Eggs. Like that. You are done. We move now to the next question, H. H, I've told you this is larva. This is also what we get to call as what? So that one we get to call it as second what? Second larva stage. So it is a second larva stage. You are done like that. We now move on to these questions that are here. They are telling you to say, so the question is telling us to say, explain the changes taking place during stage I. Where is stage I? Stage I is this one that is there. So they want you to explain some changes that are taking place. Have you seen? This one automatically changes to that. So what are some of these things that are changing? What can you say about this? You need to understand that it increases greatly in what? In size. This is what you are supposed to understand. Have you seen? This is one thing you are supposed to understand. And you also understand that it is also reducing in feeding on what? On loading material. So these are certain changes that you get to observe. So you can just write any that you are comfortable with. So you can say that some changes that we are able to see is that it is doing what? Reducing in what? So we say it is reducing in feeding on what? Feeding on loading what? Material. So loading what? Loading material. Like I've been telling you to say, loading materials, you discover that are reducing on loading, eating, feeding on loading materials by sucking the what? The nutrients. So I've been telling you to say biology, we don't only stick to same answers. Like, okay, the sir has written this particular answer, so this is the only correct answer. No. Biology, they are complex answers as long as you know what you are talking about. If you are able to observe certain changes, somebody will say that it increases greatly. So some changes that are taking place is that it increases what? You discover that you can put an answer here saying that it increases what? It increases greatly in what? In size. So I can put this as the answer. I can also put an answer whereby I saying that it is reducing in the production of what? Production of predatory maggots that feed on another what? On other maggots. So these are all answers. You put an answer that you are comfortable with. Let us now proceed and look at this particular answer that is here. The question that is here. The question is saying, so this particular question, they are telling us to say that, so even before I go further, have you seen the marks that are here? This question is carrying how many marks? Carrying 3 marks. So I'm just here to push you. So if I was in an exam, I would have said that it increases largely in size, reducing in the production of predatory maggots that feeds on what? Maggots, whereby it is reducing in feeding on what? Rotting material by sucking the nutrients. The same way I've phrased this is how I can put an answer there. So I'm just giving you to my headline, like to my key things that you are supposed to put there. So you join up these 3 points. So you also discover that it is doing what? It is reducing. So you also put this particular answer. It is reducing in the what? In the production. So it is reducing in the production of what? In the production of predatory what? Maggots. So all these you are supposed to put them there. You join, you make a nice paragraph, like just like the way I'd given you. Then we move to this question that is here. Which stage in figure 3.1? This is a particular figure that is given. Then this, have you seen? The question is saying which figure, which stage in this particular figure would be the most effective for eradicating what? House flies. So which one would be the most effective for what? Eradicating house flies. What is the answer there? You need to understand that it is the what? It is the pupa stage. So we get to look at the what? We get to look at the pupa stage. So I can put an answer there. So they're telling us to say which stage here would be the most what? Would be the most effective for eradicating what? Eradicating eradicating house flies. So it is what? I just say it is the pupa. This is how you write it, isn't it? I guess the spelling is correct. If the spelling is not correct, you can put a correct spelling here. You are a student. Okay, so we now proceed to the last question. Using a named example, I don't know the reason why they had to put 3 marks there. Anyway, so using a named example, describe the what? Describe the law of a housefly in disease transmission. So you discover that house flies are what? So you say that house flies. So this is how you are going to do it. You say house flies are what? House flies are vectors. So what do we mean when we say they are vectors? This means that these ones, they are what? They are vectors for what? Pathogens. So these are vectors for what? Vectors for pathogens that causes what? That causes a lot of diseases. That causes what? A lot of diseases. E.g., so I will say it causes a cholera. I can put cholera there. So I can put what? I'm able to put cholera there. I can say it causes cholera. I can also put dysentery. So I can put a lot of things there. So these are the answers that I wanted you to put here. So have you seen this particular question? It was carrying 3 marks. Try to explain also this one. You tell them to say that because these are like non-moving, isn't it? You talk about a movement, you explain a lot of things on that so that they get to know what you are talking about to qualify there. So this, we've come to the end of this particular session. For those of you that are interested in starting lessons with me, this is a public video. You can get in touch with me. So this is my number. For those of you that want what? Tuitions, not people with questions. So if you want tuitions, you can get in touch with me on this particular number. I'm going to help you. Are you a GC, external or internal candidate having this particular subject? I'm here to help you. Get in touch with me on this particular number. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and let me know where you are watching me from. Thank you so much. This is your brother and friend, Harrison Jezuru Tutor. Thank you.